Welcome, everybody, to the Hardcore Italians podcast, the first podcast. I want to thank you for tuning in. My name's Mike. I'm the owner of Hardcore Italians, and I'm with some of our affiliates today. Got Nikki Cass, Nikki Smiggs, Gianna, and I'll introduce something in a second. I just want to say, before getting into the podcast, thank you all so much for tuning in. We've been talking about doing this podcast for like a month or so now. We just have a close relationship where we're promoting each other to grow and promoting Italian content and just trying to grow the community and keep it strong and alive. And we all kind of are on the same page, and we just really we believe in keeping things positive and promoting good things and just putting good things out there. So I'll let ladies go first. Gianna, do you want to explain who you are, kind of how we got to talking and things like that?
Yeah, for sure. So, hello everyone. My name is Gianna Carly. Super excited to finally get on this podcast together. Can't wait. Thank you again, like Mike said, for listening, tuning in. A little bit about me. I'm originally from Chicago, but currently living in Los Angeles, and I got affiliated with all things hardcore basically through TikTok. Over quarantine, I decided to make stupid little no TikToks, and I'm loving it, and they're super fun to make. So Mike reached out to me, we got connected, and that's how I soon became an affiliate. And since then, in LA, I do a little acting on the side. It's really fun. Why not? And yeah, I have another full-time job, but we don't care too much about that. It pays the bills, and that's all that matters. So hey, welcome to Hardcore, everyone. Who's next? Which Nick?
Go ahead, Nick.
How you doing, Nick? Gianna?
I'm doing good.
You good? You guys good?
Doing well, thanks.
Good to be here. My name is Nick Smerilio. I am from, grew up in Arlington Heights, Illinois, northwest suburbs of Chicago. I currently live in Chicago. I'm an affiliate with Hardcore, as you mentioned. Started TikTok in end of April at home in my parents' basement. Nothing else to really do, to be honest. Just finished the improv program at Second City and didn't really know how long this thing was going to go. So started doing impressions on TikTok and making my own scenes and writing my own skits. And met Cass on TikTok as well. I think I joined one of your lives on Instagram. And yeah, I think you saw a Sebastian impression, and we talked after that.
No, you DM'd me. That's what you did. On TikTok, you DM'd me.
You DM'd me. I don't know
No,
who it was. You're probably right. It was probably me.
no, because I remember my DMs didn't work on TikTok, and I said, oh, because I saw your videos before, and I said, oh, this kid tried to DM me, so then I went on Instagram and DM'd you on Instagram.
Mind you, I think I DM'd all of you guys.
Yeah.
I think I was.
Who hasn't DM'd everybody in the past 6
Yeah,
months?
you
to
got
be
it. In
honest?
this industry, you got it. You have to use the power of the DMs. The DMs are a great thing. It could be a weird thing, but they could be a great thing.
It
as
could be
well.
weird. I got stories. But
Yeah, we'll get into those.
Anyways.
we can make a whole episode about those.
Yeah,
Mike reached out. Well, I talked to Nick about him being an affiliate with Hardcore, and then you kind of Nick, you gave me the intro more or less, and then Mike gave me a call and said he needed to sell a gnocchi shirt. So here's my address. I don't know what I'm doing with this, but I could wear a couple
That's what
shirts.
I like to do. I like to
I could
feed
wear
the
some
family.
gnocchi shirts. And a Pastino one came, and now I'm wearing a hockey shirt. It says Italia on it. Oh, yeah.
That's
Here
good.
we are. Here we
And
are.
here we are with four of us making a podcast. Listen, everybody eats. That's what I like to say.
Nikki Cass, last but not least, how you doing?
I'm doing good. So, my name is Nick Casano. I go by Nicky.Cass on Instagram and TikTok. Well, Nicky.Cass1 on TikTok. And I was bored one time in my gym that I worked at school, so I made this video. And it was about Italian-American dads and got a bajillion views on TikTok. And I freaked out, didn't want to make any videos anymore, but then I made sort of like old school Italian ones with like a no character, a Nona character, and people really loved them. And then I was sending them like I said, the power to DM. So I would make the videos and then I would send them to all these accounts that like posted the videos, and I would DM them saying like, I think this is gonna blow up on your page. You should probably post it. And then I get a DM from Hardcore Italians like a week after I was doing that, and it was Mike behind the screen saying, "Here's my number. Give me a call." And so he got into talking, and basically he said, You like gnocchi? No, I'm kidding. But he gave me a bunch
Didn't
of
I say that?
shirts
I said the same thing.
and stuff. And then, so I would wear the shirts in the videos. He'd post the videos. And then we built this relationship over the course of the time period, however long that may be. I think it's been like probably since before, like March, like the end of March. And then
That's crazy.
now
Is
we're
it really
here, we're
March?
creating a podcast. And a couple of my videos ended up on Barstool Sports, got me a little bit of traction. And that's about it. Really, that's about it.
Dude, I remember the first video you posted. Like, that's when we were talking. It was the one with the Italian
Yes.
dad.
That's nuts.
I remember that was the first one you sent me, and I posted it. I loved it. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I just remembered like when you started making more, I was getting excited because they kept like were consistently funny, you know, and it was like great content
you.
for the page. And I don't know,
Thank
it was
you.
good. We talked too, and right off the bat, we kind of
Yeah, we kind of just hit it off. You know what I mean? It's like to me, I don't know. Like a lot of like there's a lot of in this industry. There's a lot of like fugazi shit going on. So when I talked to Mike, I was like, this guy seems pretty genuine. I mean, I didn't know much about it, but now obviously must be a pretty good guy if we're all sitting here talking about.
300,000 followers might still something too. But,
Yeah.
Character.
And then I found Nick, and we got into talking. I remember we wanted to do a collab. I was watering the plants the first time I ever talked to Nick on the phone. Remember that?
Yeah.
When I was watering my
said,
plants.
14 minutes per plant?
remember that.
14 seconds per plant.
14 seconds per plant.
And then I saw Gianna's video where she did. What did you do? I DM'd you saying power to DMs. No, but it was like
Oh, I
it was like a
remember when you
concept.
first
No, it was a
DM'd me.
concept that I wanted to do. And
It
I
was
didn't.
Nona on the phone being like, okay, ciao,
Yeah,
ciao,
yeah,
ciao,
and I
ciao,
didn't-
ciao,
I-
ciao,
yeah,
ciao,
I didn't-
ciao,
I didn't
ciao,
want to, you know,
okay.
like act like I was like stealing your shit. So I DM'd her saying, I thought this was hilarious. I was literally about to make a video like this. You took my idea, and
Cass, immediately I grew mad respect for you. I was like, whoa, this guy is so nice. What
Listen.
men in this day and age have to be nice? No one.
Italian.
Oh my God. I was like,
Classic.
the
Italian.
respect you have.
Class act.
That was beautiful. Beautiful
Thank you.
of you.
I
Thank
appreciate
you. I
it.
will never forget that.
that means so much. Actually, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
But,
And now, hey, that was like 6 months ago. So take the idea, make a new video with
Yeah,
it.
no,
Go
I
for it.
might as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like that does happen a lot, though. It's kind of the similar content that people make it, and it is pretty respectful to just say it
Yeah.
beforehand, and you know, just so there's no
Big time.
Yeah, you
not
have to
that
like.
feeling
it-
of, oh, he took it type of thing. Yeah, so
Yeah, I like to me it's just like common courtesy. It's like Nick says, like second nature. Like you just do the right thing, and it'll repay you in the end.
I think just by nature, the platform that TikTok is encourages people to collaborate and share because there
Yeah.
really hasn't been an app that allows you to use other people's sound.
Yeah.
Like I remember,
You're right.
I remember there's a lady on TikTok and Instagram, pretty solid influencer for sure, tons of thousands of followers. Mary Schrank. She'll do a lot of like, she'll play Sebastian's jokes and then she'll dress up as the character and just mouth the voiceover.
Yeah.
And
Right.
Sebastian reposted it because of just like how she like acted as her father and himself. Like without TikTok, you know,
yeah,
a lot of that stuff doesn't really.
we wouldn't even be here without TikTok.
Well, yeah, that's the
Nah.
sound sharing
Well,
sound aside.
to be
but-
honest, we wouldn't
Yeah.
be, or at least I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for the pandemic.
No,
like,
yeah, same here.
Yeah, that too.
I would have never done this ever to think to ever do this. So it's like, you know, it's been a rough year, but you know, it's kind of been like there's a lot of silver linings.
My family had to talk me into it, dude. My sister was doing the dances. We were all home back at my parents. I left my studio apartment downtown. Everybody was working from home. It was March 15th. Monday, March 15th was the first day. my sister was doing all these dances on TikTok, and my brother gets on. He's Gen Z, 20 years old, and the algorithm is clearly favorable towards Gen Z. He posts one video, gets 1.2 million views. Like, that was the last one he did. He chalked it up right there. He's like, I'm done. Like,
And what does he do?
I'm famous.
Like take his shirt off and clap a little
No,
bit?
he walks
Hey.
out of our back porch at our house with a rug on his head and an Arizona hat with a White Claw and a handle of Tito's. It's like 40 degrees. My mom's sitting out on the patio by the fire. He walks out and goes, Ma, you want a claw? She goes, Nah, I'm good, honey. He goes, but it's nice out. 3 lines.
That's it.
1.2
That's
million.
it.
I'm like, what's going on with this app?
Wow.
I'm getting on. I
Well,
don't
that's the
know
thing,
what it
is,
is. But I'm
The algorithm's so nuts.
I'm
The
down.
algorithm's just so nuts. It's like you never know with that app. That's all I'm saying. Like, it's a blessing. It's a real blessing. I mean, like a bunch of people I know have like made a name for themselves through the app, but it's just very inconsistent sometimes, and that's just it.
There's no rhyme or reason.
Totally.
That's for sure.
Yeah. And you see people like posting videos too. Like they'll repost the same video 3 times, and one will have like 500,000 views, and another will have like 10,000.
Yeah, and it's just like the trends.
Like
Yeah.
Gianna, I saw you reposted one because it got deleted.
I had to recreate one without a knife because TikTok
No.
took
Really?
me down 3 times. I was
For
like,
violating community
livid.
guidelines.
Yeah.
You know what's funny? I've never got one of them yet.
Was it a
Not yet.
Sicilian machete? What kind of knife was you holding?
No, it was like the stupid Sicilian knife that everyone and their mother has in Italy,
Are you-
in America, because my whole family has like thousands of them.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like this little, my like Salvo character, the guy at the market who's like cutting a peach with a knife. So he's like eating a snack.
Oh, that one was so.
And
took
that's
it
why they
down
took it
for-
down, because he was cut. But I did something just like that. I was using a peach. I was cutting it like this with Nona.
Yeah, true.
And
And
people were
who-
giving me shit because I had the fucking Band-Aid on. And they said, oh, would you cut yourself doing it?
Take
and
one.
I didn't.
Yeah, lo
I
and
did
behold,
it.
it was take 97.
I
Nick was losing
didn't
fingers.
cut it, by the way. It was already
That's dedication.
pre-cursored cut. It was a blister.
To be
People
fair,
are nuts.
TikTok also flagged just before that a video of me like holding up that bag of oregano that my mom sent me.
Oh.
Yeah.
A little
yeah.
bit of
That's
hashish.
a little sketchy.
Looked
I
like
gotta
some
be honest.
hashish.
That's a little sketchy. You probably were on the radar because of the oregano. And then,
Fair.
okay, all right.
Okay. But it was oregano, I swear. I mean, I ate
I
half the
believe you.
bag
Listen.
already.
TikTok took it down. I mean, the algorithm's an algorithm. I'm not saying, I'm just saying. But, Mike, you've been around a lot longer than TikTok. I remember being in high school, bro.
Yeah, Mike, let's go.
liking
Let's toot your
one
own
of
horn a little bit. Come
Dude,
on.
So yeah,
How long have you been posting? Give us a backstory here, because we wouldn't be here without you, obviously, and there's a lot of people that have, grown on Instagram.
Wait, just before we start, Mike, like,
Yeah.
I think you need to understand something. Like, you are the reason all 3 of us are here. Do you understand that? Like, do you get that?
That's, yeah.
I'm
Like,
just
wwant
encouraging you guys.
there's
I
no
don't
us.
want to take any. I don't want to take the credit.
No, but
for
it's
any you guys
true,
ever
it's
do.
true.
I'm just trying to. You guys would be doing. I'm just trying to push you guys ahead and help you guys out.
Right,
I'm not,
right.
You know.
Mike, I know, but what I'm saying is, like, at least for me, like, the fact that you kept posting them made me want to keep making them. You know what I'm saying? Like that, like, you gave me value.
Point.
Appreciate
know what I
that,
mean?
man. Yeah, of course. Anything.
No,
for
I'm
you
just
guys.
saying, it's
No,
because of you that at least I'm here.
Thank you, man.
Second that.
Yeah, but
Yep.
yeah, getting into the story of hardcore more. It was actually our 9-year anniversary, end of September. So not too.
Oh!
Yeah. Well, of the Facebook page being created at least, and
9 years, man.
yeah.
It's a long time.
Exactly. So I've been posting for 9 years. Pretty much it started with Facebook. I actually made an Instagram too and like posted 1 or 2 things with just merch, and I took like a 2-year break on it, and then I just started. Eventually, I was posting all these
Really?
memes and stuff. Yeah. Eventually, I was like, why am I not posting on here? Because I'm posting on Facebook too. And then they just, I don't know. It took some time. The Facebook, I remember like I was posting on Facebook for like those 2 years I was talking about. After 2 years, you're like, nice, I hit 5,000 fans. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
you
dude.
guys gotta appreciate TikTok is like, I mean, you guys are getting fans quick.
Yeah,
It
you
took
know
me
how
a
to
long
hustle is
time.
what you're saying. I
So,
mean,
yeah, it took me a long time, and then eventually, like, few things just went viral, and then you kind of just build on it and, expand on other platforms. And really, with the merch, the merch we kind of just had on eBay was one shirt, the Hardcore Italian Skull. So that's like the real old school shirt.
Vintage, the OG joint.
Wow, remember eBay, guys?
Yeah,
Oof.
and so we were just selling that one shirt on eBay, and that's kind of how it all came about, because my dad started it, and he was kind of doing sports stuff, and he's just so proud to be Italian. Like, our whole family's proud to be Italian, so he made like an Italian version, and like it was even on Facebook, and even with our family and family friends, everyone loved it. It was the Italian skull I was saying. And like everyone's like, where could I get that shirt, this and that. Like, we weren't even expecting it to be some huge thing. So it just kind of, the word of mouth with it, eventually people we didn't even know were asking for the shirt, and then we put on eBay, and then it was doing well, and we just kind of started. I think we started with like $500 or something, nothing crazy, and did some shirts. Eventually in 2014 I did a site, and then just kept building on it, reinvesting. And that's kind of the thing. We just really kept reinvesting for
And now
years.
you got 1.2 million likes on Facebook.
Yeah.
As of last week, 300,000 followers on Instagram, and we're sitting in a warehouse in a strip mall full of merchandise that's flying off the shelves.
That's crazy.
Jokes aside,
I mean, that's nuts,
pretty
so-
damn impressive. It's damn impressive.
Thank you,
I mean,
thank you.
That's the American
come
dream
on,
if I've ever
that's
heard it.
hustling. That's hustling.
True. And
Oh,
if
yeah.
you can't already tell, Mike's like the most generous, like humble, kind, genuine guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
on the
yeah.
camera, he's once this thing's over, I'm working nights. It's terrible. I'm gonna be honest, dude. No.
I don't know. To be honest, like, just generous is the way I was raised. Like, it's my grandma and grandfather, the ones who came to the country, and they were just so generous with their lives. They lived their lives
Oh,
for
yeah.
us, their family, and that's like, to be honest, that's kind of why I'm so passionate about this, is because, like, to me, being generous through this brand is like keeping the spirit of my grandparents going, because it reminds me of
yeah.
them. You know what I mean? Like, it's not about money at
100%.
all. Like, I just want to be, even like the mission obviously too, but just for me, that's, you know what I mean? It's just the way I was raised. It's the only thing I know. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
you know,
I agree.
that's,
Like, it's all about how you were raised, and I think that's beautiful to me, because it's just like this
Yeah.
thing. You know what I mean? Like, I'll give a stranger my last dollar that I have,
yeah.
just because I can't help myself. Is it fucked up? Maybe, I don't know, but it's just the way it is. Like, so I totally get what you're saying, and like, I believe you when you say. Money's great and all, but like, it just. I think that's great that like you have a purpose behind the passion.
yeah.
See that fucking alliteration right there? Purpose behind the passion.
T-shirt alert. T-shirt alert.
Purpose behind the passion.
Yeah, and I definitely see like all that within you guys too. That's why I love working with you. And Cass, I still can't get over, man. Like, you tell me you're responding to DMs like crazy. I don't know, like,
Oh
you
my
told
God,
me.
that gets me in trouble.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't say this because you're gonna.
I
Get
was
another
gonna say,
500.
I don't know if you
no,
want to
I'm gonna
announce
get
it.
So
ridiculous amount of
if you
DMs,
DM
bro.
Cass and he doesn't respond, you can blame
I
me.
respond. Unless you're sending me an emoji, if it's like a word, I just can't help but not respond. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I respond. I fucking respond.
Yeah, because
But now I'm not gonna. Now I gotta live up to that
the
potential.
audience.
Yeah, if you're watching this, don't DM me now saying I heard you respond to all your DMs, because like I don't respond to everybody, but like
Too late, pal. Too fucking late.
I threw you under the
8
bus.
times out of 10 I'll respond.
No DMs tonight. He's got homework, kids. All
Yeah,
right?
I got
He's got a lot
homework.
to
I got
do.
everything. But it's just like, but I feel like, and here's my thing with that, and I think like Nick could speak for that, and Gianni, you could speak for that. Same with you, Mike. Like, before these fucking followers, like, I was just a dude. Like, I was just a genuine dude trying to do the right thing. And now I got all these followers. I'm still a genuine dude just trying to do the right thing. So, like, to me, it's just like, I don't know, like, you DM me, all right, I'll respond. I'm not, and then, like, I get I can't believe you respond. I'm like, why? Like, I don't know. But
I totally agree. I mean, my remember like one of my work buddies asking me like, dude, what's it like to have all these followers overnight? And I'm like, dude, I didn't know what else to say besides a blessing. And he kept calling me DJ
Yeah.
Khaled because I kept it was a blessing. But it's like if you don't expect that
oh,
um,
yeah.
a little bit of success, especially with the follower world, it's all inflated and it doesn't really matter at the end of the day. Getting recognized for your content and your work is another thing that's really satisfying. But like it's a blessing, and I think like the shared common family values that we all have are what make it what it is, and not something
100%.
that gives you an inflated ego and inflated head. So I think I mean that's
Yeah,
part
like,
of the
I
reason
don't
why I
know.
was willing to do this podcast with you guys, because it was nobody out over their skis looking to get something that
Yeah.
one of us wasn't. You know what I mean? So we're all just
100%.
we're all just a bunch of Italian kids from an Italian family. That's all that matters.
Yeah, it's like as much as like nonno and like mama can get on your nerves, like gotta give it to them. They raise some pretty good kids at the end of the day, and like you could just tell like you guys are all awesome, and
that's what
it
it
makes
takes.
sense that we get along.
Got a good team for sure.
Cause then you build the team, then you build the army, and then you build the fucking what comes after the army? I don't know, but like
The
it all
battalion.
starts with like the battalion. Then you get SEAL Team 6. Like it all starts with like the core though. Like you know what I'm saying? Like if you lose sight of the core, then all your shit is out the window. And I genuinely believe, I say this to my mom all the time,
Rosalie.
that yes, shout out Rosalie.
I just found
I
out her
say
name, by
this-
the way, because of the ad.
I say this to her all the time. I say, I think that all these blessings are coming our way is because of the fact that we're just good. We're just good people. Like, if you're a good person through, like, any situation, at some point you got to believe that the man upstairs is going to take care of you. And, to me, that's all what's come of, like, what's come to all of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fact that you're a good person, the fact that we're all good people, and the blessings are going to keep coming. They're just going to keep coming because we're good people. And you get rewarded when you're a good person.
Yeah. Wow, look how lucky we all are to have found each other. Mike's brought us together.
Ah, it's crazy.
He's like
It's
the little-
crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Episode 1 is called Tony Robbins 2.0. I already know.
Yeah, really. Smigs, why don't you talk about
Very
too, like,
motivational.
how you got into just impressions and the story with Sebastian? That's huge, dude. Like you got
That's
recognized
sick.
by Sebastian. Like he, you know what I mean? Verified. I don't know everything with Jimmy Kimmel, everything, bro. Like
Yeah.
explain your story.
Yeah, it's nuts, bro. Honestly, like I said, I saw other people doing impressions and writing their own skits on TikTok and kind of doing skits and stuff. And originally it was just what I wanted to do in like my bio. It was your favorite celebrities and actors back on campus together. And it started out, I just reposted it because it was 6 months last week. My first TikTok was walking in Soprano room at college. And for a while, weeks, if not a month or two, it was just walking in Soprano skits, and that was like taking off on TikTok. I thought it was the dumbest thing ever, but I was posting it on Instagram, and like my buddies' parents and grandparents and like people of all different backgrounds and viewpoints were loving it. And then my sister was like, "Why haven't you done a Sebastian yet?" I'm like, I was just thinking about my family and friends that know me and follow me on Instagram already, like. They see I do Sebastian all the time. Like they don't want to see that.
Surprised you didn't start off with Sebastian.
Yeah, no, because it's
Yeah.
I'd always done it. I following him for 7 years now, and I would always kind of do his impression. So I wasn't thinking about like people I didn't know following me. It was just like my family and friends are loving Walking in Soprano. Why I had Sebastian. So long story short, started doing Sebastian impressions and kind of added Sebastian. Like now it's the trio, I guess, is Walking in Soprano, Maniscalco, and I do some skits with that. And out of the blue, it was the second weekend of June, middle of June. I saw he commented, he liked, and then he followed me. And I was like, what the hell is going on? What the hell is going on?
Great.
So, to be relevant. And then fast forward to mid-July, he was hosting Jimmy Kimmel Live. And he put on Instagram and Facebook that he was going to be hosting Jimmy Kimmel Live and reviewing impressions of himself they see on the internet. And
Nikki said, cha-ching.
I didn't know what to expect. I had no idea. I didn't know who. I didn't know. And he put me on the show and highlighted my summer. And Instagram definitely blew up after that. So it's I think we can agree TikTok's changed all of our lives, but being on national TV changes your life, and I think it's a like you said, a verification or his mom follows me. His mom
Oh,
DMs
I
me
love
and
that.
comments, and
That's
it's just the
sick.
funniest shit
That's
ever.
sick.
You know,
Oh,
That's
that's
sick.
precious.
Rose
That's
DeSanto,
sick. That's
Maniscalco.
arguably more cool than him
That's
following you,
nice.
to be
Yeah,
honest.
you got-
How more reassuring than the guy's mom? You know, who cares what Stu got, Sebastian? Yeah, right.
You get mom's approval.
Hey, Nikki Smith, you want to come over? and
My
visit?
second is son, no bravissimo, Madonna.
So Smigs, tell me real quick though, because the Sebastian is just 10 out of 10 on point, dude. If you close
It's the best
your
in
eyes,
the world,
you-
besides Sebastian
and
himself.
Like, you are Sebastian at some point.
And sometimes I'm
it's
like, this
amazing.
kid does a better Sebastian than Sebastian because it's
Yeah,
not even
100%,
the,
1,000%.
well, you know what it is. It's like the voice is 100% the same, the mannerisms, everything. But it's also like even you'll think of skits like rolling up the toilet paper or whatever. Like, who wants?
Yeah.
Like I don't know. You think of things that he would actually say. Like your comedy's on point too. Like you're hitting every corner of it. Like, does that take time? Does that like where do you think? How does that all come into?
Dude, I don't know. I honestly, I think my family and myself obviously love his material because we relate to it like a lot of other people from all walks of life. But being, first of all, growing up 5 minutes from where he grew up in the same hometown of Arlington Heights is one thing that just immediately is a big connection. But I don't know. Italian family, Chicago, you know, coming from immigrants. His parents are immigrants. My dad's parents are immigrants. So my dad will watch his stuff and he won't even laugh. He'll look like that's exactly what happened at my house. Exactly
Yeah.
what happened. And he was like dead serious. I'm laughing my ass off. My dad was like, "This is uncanny," and I think it applied to a lot of different people like that. Italian families from all over the United States, regardless if it was Chicago or not. So I think we always kind of had like an understanding of like what was funny and the perspective, the outlook was the same. I think a lot of Italian families can attest to that. So I think I would just start thinking of like my dad and I would be driving like down the highway going downtown or something, and we'd see some guy, you know, with his foot on the dashboard, and my dad would go, "What the hell is he doing over there with the foot on the dash?" Like, yeah, yeah. And he'd be like, "Take a picture, send it to Sebastian." I'm like, "Dad, I'm not going to DM Sebastian a picture." But people do that now and he reposts it. So, you know, 10 years later, it's funny now. But I don't know. I think it was just once you appreciate someone's comedic perspective over so many years, you begin to be like, wait, dude, Sebastian needs to see this. Like, he would totally put this in his skit. You know what I mean? So I think over time, I've just kind of thought, you know, been able to flip the switch of like, that's a Sebastian joke, and I just throw it in my own kind of skit. But
One thing I noticed too is like your comedic timing of everything is immaculate. And that's like one thing that it's very difficult to learn. So like if you already have it, like you just aced Second City, you're done. Like that's gold. So
thank you.
Yeah, you kill it.
Do you want to talk about Second City? I didn't know you took classes at Second City.
I don't even know what that shit is.
I did the improv program last year, actually, and my last show of the improv program was a week before lockdown. You know, biggest bonus ever. Well, obviously, lucky to finish it. But Gianna, why don't you talk about your acting career and ambitions?
Yeah, so I actually never took classes at Second City.
You just did shows.
I just did shows there, which doesn't happen
Skip
very often.
practice.
Ever.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know
Practice?
how it can happen.
Talking about practice.
Explain Second City real quick, just for people listening.
Yeah, go ahead, Gianna.
Yeah.
Sure. So Second City is basically like improv, largest comedy club of Chicago, like widely known as like the Chicago comedy hub, where a lot of comedians started. Steve Carell, Jim Belushi,
John Candy,
yeah, Amy Poehler, like anyone.
Keegan Michael Key, Catherine O'Hara, Eugene Levy.
Wow.
Yep.
Just
list
to name
goes
a
on.
few. Yeah.
It's like Ohio State.
Yeah. Sebastian did a couple things at Second City. I think he was more Laugh Factory, if I'm not mistaken. But long story short, a ton of comedians kind of start out there, whether it be stand-up or improv. So with me, kind of how I started acting, I really haven't been acting a super long time. I've been doing it maybe 2.5 years now, maybe a little more. But went to school for something completely different, have a job completely separate from acting, but my roommate a few years back was like, hey, let's go see this show that my sister's friend's cousin is in. It'll be so fun at Second City. And I was like, whatever, fine, I'll come with you. So, like, we go to the show, you know, I'm a few drinks in, we want to have fun. I get up and I go and I'm waiting in line in the bathroom, okay? It's a very long line, there's only one stall, and I'm sitting there twiddling my thumbs, and this guy comes up to me, pokes me on the shoulder, and says, hey, are you here for the audition? And I turn around and I look into the room of where he came out of, and I clearly see there's an audition happening. And I was like, no, but I'm waiting in line for the bathroom. You know, it's a long line. If you need someone to fill in for whatever, a female role, I got a few minutes. You need someone?
Come on.
He said, actually, yeah, that'd be really convenient.
Get
right?
out of
Get
here.
out.
No worries. So I walk in there, like, mind you, I'm like 2-3 drinks in, I'm feeling myself, like, the juices are flowing, I'm ready to go. I walk in, panel of people are sitting there, and I'm like, oh shit, okay, like, I'm actually auditioning
Now
right
I gotta
now.
really
Like, I
piss
gotta
my
ace this.
pants. Hey, where's the bathroom?
Exactly. So I get in there, I do the audition, and long story short, I got the role.
That's
So-
It's
crazy.
fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I don't know. So I did the show at Second City, and then I was like, wait, this is really fun. I want to keep going. And that's exactly what I did, and now here I
Damn,
am.
that's one of those like crazy stories. Like that's like one of them like written in the stars type of shit kind of stories. Like friggin' like the kids, like Anthony Davis grows 6 inches over the summer and he gets drafted to the NBA, like kind of shit. Damn, I didn't know. That's
Wild.
nuts.
Talk about fate,
Yeah.
right?
Gianna, so explain kind of how that led into TikTok and just doing your videos. And I think you told me you weren't really doing Italian stuff in the beginning, and I don't know, now it's like full-fledged. And I just kind of curious too how you got in the costumes and dressing up and the pillow under the shirt and all that kind
Yeah,
of
you
stuff.
love to do that shit. Like, you go
It's
full fledged to that shit.
Yeah. I don't even know how I got into that. I was like, hey, Mom, wouldn't it be funny if I dressed up as Nono? Like, don't you think people would think that's funny? And she's like, no, that's weird.
So to
Why
give a
would I do
little
that?
context for people that haven't seen your stuff, you literally put on your grandfather's slacks and button down with a pillow underneath the outfit, and the belt's around the pillow.
It's hard.
At a glance, you look like
At a glance, I'd probably I'd have to be like,
Papa?
go, like take,
Papa?
yeah.
what are you doing in the backyard? Why is your hair long?
Yeah, you don't
Yeah.
miss a beat on the details.
The thing is, too, not many people know this, but I'm only 4'11". So, like, visually, I'm like the size of a Nono also, you know? Like, they're usually small.
4'11"?
Yeah, I'm a pretty
Holy
miniature
shit!
person.
That's
Yeah.
like Snooki. Like that's like Snooki.
Thank you.
No, that's a compliment. That's a compliment. That's crazy.
Snooky.
Short
Hey.
4'11". I'm like trying to look over here. Imagine. Wow.
Just stand up,
Okay,
Nick,
take
and
it
take
easy,
off
Cass,
2
you're
inches.
Not much more.
All right. All right.
I thought you were 4'7"
Okay.
over there too, bro.
All right. Oh, okay. All right. Listen, I'm 5'7" with shoes on.
Cass wants to feel good about himself. It's all right. It's all right.
Ew.
No, I didn't know. I just didn't know that you were under.
I feel
5
like it's
foot.
not
I mean,
surprising for an Italian woman to be under 5
No,
foot.
it's not. No, not at all. But from based off your videos, I would have thought I not saying it like in a mean way. I'm just saying from your videos.
No,
I
yeah,
would
yeah, I
Never
got
thought you were 4'11".
Yeah, nothing's wrong with it. I would have never thought you were 5'2" either, but that's the world. So, hey.
Love it.
Ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, I definitely did not start my TikToks with like Italian content. I kind of just like started watching TikToks and I was like, oh, I could make this like funny Grinch remake. Like that was the first one I did. It was like a remake of one of the Grinch's like 15-second scenes where he's like,
Oh, I think I remember seeing that actually.
Yeah, long time ago. And that was just like for fun. And I remember it took me like 3 hours to make that. My mom was like, gee, what the hell are you doing? Like, why are you making this? And I was like, I honestly don't know.
I give you so much credit because like you have to change in and out of the outfits, right?
So for the Nona ones, yeah. But I basically transitioned to like Italian content because like we were talking about before, like there's so much content in our lives always. Like
oh
I
my
just
God.
like watch my aunts and I'm like, oh my God, I gotta write this down. I'm gonna make a
Countless.
TikTok about it tomorrow.
Countless.
So easy. And then I really have like through acting enjoyed like writing little skits like for myself too. So I wanted to incorporate that into some of the TikToks. So that's kind of how I decided to go the Italian route.
Love it.
Are your parents immigrants, G?
So my mom was born in Sicily, but my dad is like purebred Brooklyn. So he's.
Well, you were raised in Chicago.
Yeah, I was raised in Chicago. So my grandparents on my mom's side moved to Chicago. They have 6 kids, and that's where I was born and raised. My dad's from New York, obviously lived in Chicago. He's back in New York now, so kind of get all around the best of both worlds.
All 3
around the
coasts.
US.
Get all 3 coasts covered.
And Gianna, on your TikTok, when you started posting Italian stuff, did it just get traction right away, or did it take some time?
No, it definitely took some time.
I actually
think
remember.
just-
Sorry.
No, go ahead.
yeah.
What were you gonna say?
No, sorry. I just remember seeing your page and like watching your videos, and they weren't getting that many views. But I think I might have DM'd you this. I'm all about the DMs. I think I said like keep posting them, keep being consistent, and eventually like they're gonna take. Was it you? It had to be someone. But
Yeah.
and then like I saw like that they like kept like getting. I think it was the one with the money when Nona was giving the person money.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
that
then,
one hit
like,
off.
ever since then, it started, like, popping off. I always knew it. I knew it.
Cass, I remember I started following you. I, like, looked at your followers. I think you had, like, 10,000 when I started following you.
On TikTok?
And then, yeah. And, like, when we started DMing, though, I was like, oh, my God. Like, you truly motivated me to, like, keep going. And, you were, like, seriously, like, you're good. You're funny. And, like, just, like, the respect that you gave, like, I noticed that immediately. Like, that was
I'm being genuine.
so, like,
I'm telling you.
I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I didn't say that so you would, well, smoke up my ass. But, like, thinking about it from my point of view is, like, I was the same in the same boat as you. Like, I was just, like, making videos because I thought they were funny. And, like people ask me all the time, like, how did you do it? I said, I enjoyed making them, and like if I'm gonna laugh making them, chances are someone else is too. And I just kept posting them, and that's what it is. That's why I always knew, like, if you put the time in, if you're consistent and you're actually making funny shit, then like it's just a matter of time. And
Yeah.
but I don't know how you do the outfits and shit. But that's because you guys are the Second City Theater kids. Like you guys like know about that.
Yeah, true,
shit. Like,
Smigs. You do the outfits too a bit.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it's just like there's people that do very well on TikTok without dressing up. They can have like 2 or 3 person conversations just being themselves and like just turning their heads. But honestly, when it's 42 and rainy in March and you can't leave your house and you got a closet full of shit, well, I'll dress up. Why if it takes 3 hours instead of 2? Like, all right. And once you start that way, like I think I've like almost indirectly developed characters aside from the guys I impersonate in like my skits. So it's like I don't have a choice now. It's just how it started.
right.
So
right,
it's
right,
like
right.
I'm just gonna stick with this and keep.
Yeah, but like you guys know about all that. Like you guys.
Well,
like,
you do skits without you dress up, and I mean you
yeah,
still play
I know, but, like,
characters.
yeah, I guess I got a little bit of a knack for it, but
More faces though and stuff too. And
yeah,
photos.
like
Talk
and,
about
and
Pasquale.
the thing about it. Okay, I could talk about Pasquale. So
Yeah, talk about Pasquale.
like for me, I was always still am, but like I was an athlete first. Like I was always funny. Like that was just something I was naturally good at. My aunt. What?
Gee, honestly, no, you were. I know you were. No.
No.
Why did you
no,
laugh,
I mean,
G?
I
What
feel
the?
ya.
Before, wait, what happened? Did I miss something?
Gianna
You
laughed when you said you thought you were funny. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, it didn't mean to happen. Keep going.
No, God, that's all right. If I said something funny, I told you I'm always funny.
I don't
So
know
look,
what was
she's laughing
funny.
her ass
Gianna
off.
just spit her
She's la-
water out.
I think it was just the confidence there.
Oh yeah.
But no, I know what you mean.
Caesar
You
salad.
grew up
No,
that
but
way.
it's
No,
true.
I
I'm not
hear
blowing
you.
smoke
Yeah,
up
no,
my
I
ass,
know,
dude.
I know. Yeah, I hear you.
Like I love making people laugh. Like it's just what it was, and it gets what it is. And like I would always like on every bit because I played baseball year round. I didn't stop. Like after I was telling Nick this the other day. After the school bell rung, I was at the cages. I was in the weight room 6-7 hours a day every day. I was convinced I was gonna play pro ball, right? But like in that time, I was always the one making everyone laugh, like all the time, just being a jackass. Like I was like Pasquale was around for years. Pasquale was around. I 10 years old. I watched A Bronx Tale. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it like always caught my eye. And I was always good at like doing the accent. So the Pasquale character that I did was just something I would always do, and people just friggin' loved it. And I remember I was at the gym with one of my buddies. He lives in California, actually, Gianna.
Oh, I need friends. Okay.
He told me because he loves the Pasquale like accent or whatever. He said you should post videos like that because people will be able to relate to them more because everyone like loves that accent or whatever. And so when I started posting the videos and seeing all this like love from it, I was like, all right, I'll keep making them, like make that my thing. But I never wanted to steer away from like the original OG like off the boat sort of like style videos. And here I am now, and my thing is the Italian dads. But I don't know, it was just something that people always like thought I was good at, and then like people laughed. So then I made the videos, and I got Pasquale. But and I chose the name Pasquale because like, to me, I think it's the best name of all time. Like I used to say to all my friends, I'm going to name my kid Pasquale Vincenzo Casano.
Thank you, bro. That's my middle name.
What's that?
My
Vincenzo?
middle,
Pasquale's-
Pasquale's my middle name.
Holy
Yeah,
shit!
it's
No
my
way,
yeah.
Mike. We're just finding this out.
What, you didn't tell
Yeah,
Nick that?
It was my
We're
grandfather's
just
name.
finding this out.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful.
That was my grandfather's name,
Micah
my dad's side.
Why?
I thought you knew that.
No, I didn't
Dude,
know
I
that.
swear it's my middle name, bro.
That's
yeah.
hysterical.
That's sick. My middle name is Dino. Yeah,
Nicholas Dino Casano.
yeah, Nick Dino. But
That's
all
cute.
my buddies just
Snakes,
call me
what's your
Dino.
middle name?
It's not. It's the most popular Italian American name.
What is it?
Anthony. Michael.
Michael.
Joseph.
Yeah, I was-
Nicholas Michael Smeriglio.
Love it.
That's it.
Um,
So
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. And then because I stopped playing baseball, and it's my sophomore year of college, and I like for the life of me, I lost the love for the game. And I was always curious as to like why, like what happened, because I was so in love with it, and now I'm here. I'm starting to realize like maybe this is why. Maybe this is what I was meant to do. But like I said, I don't know the first thing about film. I don't know the first thing about acting. I don't know the first thing about comedy. I just fucking I'm me. That's it. Like,
that's the best part about it. I think is like you could talk about Second City being in our backgrounds or whatever, but I think the beauty of it is just organic following for being yourself, and it's laughable when you think about like at least for my journey. I'm not going to speak for you guys. Like my buddies' parents will ask me, my buddies will ask me, like, I'm just like, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. It's all big, big
crazy.
fluke. It's all big fluke joke, thing to me, and
It's just
it's
crazy.
a blessing because it's what I want to do, and it's the best kickstart ever to come out of such a weird time like this. But it's that's what makes it what extra special. Is when you get to do your own thing and people acknowledge it. So yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And you can't fake being just like yourself. So
Yeah. Like, and I think that's what's like this whole thing's taught me a little bit about that too, because I was always scared to post the shit on the Instagram, and because I was afraid of what people were gonna perceive me as, like people from my hometown. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if any of you, and like I'm young, so like that's a little bit more important to me than probably like you guys.
No, without a doubt, it's the biggest hurdle. It's just getting over who gives a shit what anybody thinks. It's the first thing you gotta just get out of your head.
And the more and more I realize it, the more and more I'm thinking,
Don't
myself,
matter.
Like, who the fuck? Like what? Like I don't care about none of them, and like I've never thought about them. I never in my entire life, and now I'm gonna worry about what they're gonna think of me when
It's
I
like a
post
Bronx
them on
tale.
Instagram.
It's like a Bronx tale. Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares. Nobody
No, but it's
cares.
true though, and
Nobody
it
cares.
shows. And I get people like asking me like I'm always afraid to like start. Like I'm always afraid to do it. And coming from someone who never planned this shit ever, who thought he was gonna open up a gym and be a personal trainer, like just fucking do it. Like, be yourself. Because, like, at the end of the day, you're gonna die yourself. So why not be yourself? You know what I'm saying? This should be called the Hardcore Motivation Podcast.
Yeah, Gary Vee and Tony Robbins are the first two guests. If you haven't figured it out
This
yet,
is motivation.
just kidding.
I don't know. I just
No,
I love
get
it. I
passionate.
love it. It's a good
I get
story, man. It's a
passionate.
good story. It's got you gotta people motivated me. You know, Sebastian's book was huge for me a couple of years ago when I read that, and Staying Hungry is kind of what you're saying, and that's the title of his book. So it's it works, man. Got to spread the wealth, being yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
That's for sure.
Exactly. And when you make it, share.
Cass, talk a little bit about too though, just about getting on Barstool and the experience there.
Yeah, you
going
went to
Barstool,
Barstool
like,
headquarters, guy.
Barstool's huge,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. That was.
and just like even the ride, like I don't know, you've had multiple videos now that's like millions of views.
Yeah.
Like you really had some viral stuff.
Yeah.
Kind of explain
Yeah.
us a little bit like how that felt and just kind of.
Major League Baseball with
Yeah,
a comment.
you got
Yeah.
MLB players following you. Like you got some notoriety.
I got a bunch of pro ball players following me, and I think like that's like the beauty in this too is like the fact that like I love the game of baseball so much, and I stopped playing it, but now I'm giving back to it and something I was gifted. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
to
That's
me,
awesome.
like just fills me up. But the Barstool thing was like, so I made the video with the Italian dads and I sent it to Barstool, and I'm sitting on my couch and I had no idea that they were ever gonna even look at it. Right? It was just like one of those fucking fluke things, and like 15 minutes later, I get a DM back from Barstool saying we're gonna post this. And I'm like, no way! Like I'm like the shaking. I was shaking,
Talked.
hyperventilating.
You were losing your mind. It was the funniest shit ever.
Yeah. No, I was hyperventilating, like shaking. I was like I don't know what to do. Because you have to also realize like that's a big audience, and like for not planning this, for this never being like something of like a dream of mine, like now being like potentially in front of millions of people was like kind of daunting in a sense. It was like this is gonna be insane. It's gonna be the coolest moment of my life, but also it's like the fear of like how many people are gonna see my face. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah,
so
it's exposure, man.
it's just the exposure of it. It's just like a big thing. So I signed the video over. They don't post it right for 6 hours. I'm like, fuck these guys. They ain't gonna post nothing anyway. I get in the shower. It's about 9 o'clock. I get out of the shower. I'm ass naked. I see my phone going off like a Christmas tree, like lighting up like a freaking Christmas tree. And yeah, and like I get texts from everyone, yo, you're on Barstool, yo, you're on Barstool, yo, you're on Barstool. I'm like, so what I do is I wasn't naked, but I
Here we go.
like grabbed the towel and just put it over my schvant, and I like ran out to my family in front of my family.
Rosalie.
And
Oh
I'm
no.
like, yo, I'm on Barstool. Holy shit. Do you see that? That's me. I'm on Ace. That's me. I'm calling all my friends. I'm like literally in the middle of my family room with like half a towel on me. Like I'm like calling all my friends saying like this is insane. I'm getting people texting me. I haven't heard from them in 5 years. Yo, I saw you on Barstool, this and that. First time's crazy. Second time they posted, I was in the supermarket, and it was just absurd. And then they posted a third time, and after the third time, it was like you kind of lose. The first time I got posted, it was the most electric feeling I've ever felt besides like hitting a home run in like a big spot in a baseball game. That was like,
I was even hyped when I saw it.
yeah, it was like, it was this crazy, like overwhelming feeling of like, this is fucking sick. Like that's how it was. And then the second time was that same feeling, but like a little bit less. And it was more like, yo, that's so cool. Like, that's two times. And then the third time was like, wow, like, I guess they really enjoy my videos. So, then I ended up getting the opportunity and blessing to go into the HQ myself and see how they operate and, like, do something with Smitty. I'm actually going over there after Thanksgiving again to film something else, which is, like, just insane. And it's just crazy. And at the end of the day, like you see all these guys you see like on Barstool and stuff like that, and they're just like us. Like they're just like us. Like they're just people who have like creative minds and just want to make content, make people laugh. And like it's just so relaxed over there. It was a blast. That's it. I mean, that's
But
it.
there's something
It's just a
special about
blessing.
Barstool. It's not just 9 or 10 million followers seeing your shit. Like there's something. I don't know. I'm 6 years older than you, Cass. But
Yeah,
like, there's something about Barstool's brand. Like Portnoy, obviously, he doesn't play the character of egotistical dude, but he doesn't give a shit what anybody thinks. He speaks his
Right,
mind,
right.
which I love. But his bio is I invented the internet / Barstool
Yeah.
Sports, and he's kind of
Yeah.
right in terms of
He's
like
kinda right.
the narrative that Barstool is to our generation. Like they are the standard of online entertainment. Like you know what I mean? And they kind of have
Yeah,
been
yeah, yeah.
when it comes to like
100%.
posts and memes and stuff. So to get like the nod from Barstool and a repost is they could have 2 million followers versus
Yeah,
10.
crazy.
There's something about Barstool. It's like, dude,
Yeah,
I made
yeah,
it, dude. I
yeah.
made it.
Like it literally felt, and like when I got there, and I walked into the office, and so the lady was taking me around, showing me like this is where KFC films, this is this and that, and I'm like, this is fucking sick, and some guy like kept looking at me, and I was like making eye contact with him, and he was like, "Yo, I know you. You're fucking hilarious," and I was like, "Wow!" Like that was like insane. Like that was just like the cool. He probably just like does computer stuff, but just the fact that like it just like validates it and like shows you that people genuinely do laugh. Like people genuinely do think I'm funny, and it just you're right. It's just like I made it. That's what it feels like. So yeah, that's my little shtick about that.
Yeah, you totally deserved it. Like you are funny.
Thank you.
Like
I
those
appreciate
videos
it.
are amazing. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. I do.
I don't know. I think we all pretty much got a good feel for everybody.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I think it's
Unless
good.
there's
I think this is
anything-
gonna be great.
Yeah, unless there's anything you guys want to add.
We want to talk about maybe spend a minute or two on what we plan on doing with this thing. Got
Yeah.
a couple of ideas we
yeah.
have talked about. Maybe we can kind of
Yeah.
wrap it up there.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. The main thing of this podcast is we really all want to connect with our fans, just so you guys can get to know us better. I think it goes without saying, every one of us like really appreciates everyone who's on our page to the death. Like, this is a way we could say thank you personally just for supporting us, and especially if you're listening right now and it's the first episode, you're a hardcore fan for sure.
Oh, 100%.
Whether it's
Thank you.
from
No pun intended.
yeah, so thank you to everyone listening, and basically we just want to put out something entertaining for you guys to listen to. We all have a blast when we talk to each other. We bust each other's balls and play. I don't know. We could play Xbox together, or work together, or just do the podcast together. We just have a fun time hanging out, and we want you guys to be a part of it. You're with us on our journey to just keep growing and keep just keep pursuing our passion.
We got a couple of pages on Instagram and Facebook aside from just the main one. You want to go into, you got what, travel, cooking, famous Italians, like you got a ton. Just talk about a couple of those. We'll probably do some videos and some content like relative to maybe strictly comedy or
Yeah,
movies
exactly.
or like cooking or Italian history, stuff like that. But
Exactly.
mostly it's just going to be us doing our thing and make
Yeah.
adjustments on the way.
I mean, being Italian, there's so many components to it, and just to be clear too, like we want to talk about being Italian American, and not everything's going to be so strictly Italian. Like part of being Italian American is appreciating your story coming in the country and just the opportunity it gives you in America, and kind of the imperfections that come along with our story. So we'd like to talk about that, and just with being Italian, we're so proud of everything. We're not just proud of, I don't know. It's hard to just be proud of one thing. We're proud of our food. We're proud of our cars. We're proud of our
Everything. We can't do
people.
nothing wrong.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
just that's why I like, because we write stories about all this stuff and post about all this stuff. So that's why we kind of have different pages. We kind of just see the response that things get on certain pages, and we're probably going to use talking points out of some of those. So
Yeah.
maybe an episode will be geared more towards that kind of stuff, but also I think it'd be really valuable for everyone listening to leave us a comment just for some ideas to talk about, because we could talk about anything, and we at the end of the day we want to have something that's valuable to you guys. So if you're able to leave a comment about what you want to hear, we would love to talk about it. So
Amen.
And as we mentioned before too, we love interacting with our viewers, our listeners, so don't let that stop. We only encourage it.
Don't DM me though. I won't answer.
Except for Cass right now. Give
Yeah,
him
don't
a
DM
48-hour
me, please,
period to
please.
finish his homework, study
Yeah.
for his exams.
Don't DM me, please.
Well,
Too
now
late.
Now you're on
Too
the
damn late.
podcast, bro.
Yeah.
It's you could talk to him that way and just be like, hey, the 5,000 people
Yeah.
that DM'd me. Here's my
Yeah.
response. But yeah, guys. So thank you everyone
I
for
thought
listening.
that was great. Yeah, thank you for listening. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, and
That's about it.
yep. Stay tuned for episode 2.